Hey, what? Look at all those people. I don't know why it's so funny, but hey, I'm Slender, and thanks for joining me today, guys. Thank you for watching these videos. You have no idea how much fun I'm having, doing this stuff for you guys. So, if you saw my Heartrune video earlier, I thanks to Reckless Con, somebody from the YouTube channel, somebody that left a comment. He advised me that the heart runes also can be dropped from bosses, which makes a hell of a lot of sense. So I'm going to go over how to craft them, how to obtain them, and where you guys can get all this information. And of course, when this new phase of the PTR starts, I will actually show you guys, crafting them and obtaining them from the bosses and using them and upgrading them and everything. But for right now, we do have some great information, so let's check it out. All right, so for those of you that don't know, heart runes are these amazing abilities. We're basically going to have 4 abilities now on our hotbar instead of 3, per weapon. So here's the heart runes, and I didn't know. I got excited, made a video, but I found new information. Thank you to Reckless Con again. Appreciate it, brother. And I did make a video, so you might want to check it out. You could see these in action. They're actually really, really cool. And we are finally getting a 4th ability. It's an ultimate. Is that not crazy or what? Like, I've always been kind of salty that we can only have 3 active abilities per weapon. So, kind of sucks. But now we're getting a 4th one. So it is a big deal, if you're in love with New World like I am. So what are these abilities? So they are only obtainable at level 60. They're basically our ultimate. And, there's a tanking one, there's a CC one. So I'll just go through them really quick. Just for those of you that don't know or haven't seen the other video. And I swear, every time I go to make a video, I hear this damn blacksmith. It's not your guys' fault. You're just crafting. No big deal. But anyway, so stone form, harden yourself with layers of stone. You cleanse all CC debuffs, and you also get immunity to stagger and any crowd control debuffs for 5 seconds. So really, really cool. And then you've got the other CC one where you can root people. So that's grasping vines. Summon vines around you that deal 100% heart rune damage and root enemies within a 4-meter radius for 3 seconds. And remember, these actually have damage. So this one does 975. So you're going to do 975 damage because it's 100% heart rune. And root everybody within a 4-meter radius for 3 seconds. 3 seconds is actually pretty huge. And then you have Detonate, the high damage one. And these cost 8,000 materia. That is insane. But you charge yourself with explosive energy for 3 seconds and then detonate, dealing 100% heart rune damage within a 5-meter radius. And that's going to do 2340 damage. Pretty nutty. And then you've got the Dark Ascent. Looks cool, but from what I've heard, it's not all that great. But all this can change. Remember, this is just the PTR, very early PTR. So with this one, you fly up into the air, then plummet back down to the ground, staggering and dealing 100% heart rune damage with a 3-meter radius, within a 3-meter radius. And then you can actually press the ability again to trigger the fall immediately. So if you think they're going to start running away, you can just bam, hit them right away. And that's going to do 1,170 damage. And then you have the Cannon Blast, where you just pull out a big cannon, shoot somebody for 1,950 damage. So pretty cool, long range shot. This is in the video so that, you can see what it looks like. Kind of goofy, but at the same time, pretty badass, I think. So somebody mentioned in the comments, 8,000 materia. That's a lot. And you're damn right. That's a lot. That's a crap load. And you don't get a lot, you're going to have to salvage hundreds of named items from the right expedition. So we're going to be running a lot of expeditions, but again, Reckless Con showed me this, and I'm going to show you guys, because we're both really cool human beings. So, that's a sneak peek at one of my next videos. So here we go. Here's the database, and this is where you can find the information. Just going to full screen that really quick, get rid of this ad. So we're going to take a look at, you want to click on PTR, and then you want to go to database, and the link for this website will be in the description, of course. And here we get to see all the different heart runes. And we could see that the tier 3 have 2 perks. The tier 2 have 1 perk. and the tier 1s don't have any perks, just the main ability. All right, so we're going to start with the miners. These are the ones that you can craft over at the stone cutting table. Let me just show you really quick one more time. Here we go. So we're at the stone cutting table, and here's the heart runes. And I called them heart gems in my other video. I apologize about that. So they don't come with a perk, the miners. And I'm assuming, or I actually know now, you either are going to have to craft this, or they also drop from the bosses in that dungeon. So probably the final boss, because on the New World database, the stone form drops from Chartis. And that's it. So it looks like the final boss has a chance to drop it, but once it starts, maybe in the PTR, the next phase, we can see a drop rate. But I'm assuming, since it's probably going to be around the same drop rate as the different named weapons, because those two can be crafted with materia. These are the first tier. It's just like the trophy system. So you have to craft the minor trophy, but in this case, you can either craft it or get it as a drop. And then in order to turn it into the major heart rune of stone form, so it's going to require the minor. And then same thing with the legendary version, it's going to require this major one. So you start out with the minor, either craft it or get it from the last boss of the dungeon, and then you upgrade it to the major, and then you upgrade it to the legendary one, which is greater. So you've got minor, major, and greater. So let's take a look at the greater and see the recipe. So the greater is going to require the major, 10 wooden coins, which you're going to get from elite chest. Okay, so probably from the dungeons, Azoth, and then a bunch of runestone. So runestone is probably going to even go up a little bit more. I mean, that's the weird thing. We don't really know, because these are a one-time deal. You know, you get it once and then that's it. But in the beginning, I imagine runestone is going to be pretty far up there. So you might want to start stocking up on the runestone. I mean, for a while there, it was more than Asmodeum because of the stopwatch or whatever for crafting. So that is how you get them. And let's just check a couple more to make sure that it is the final boss that drops them. Just so we know. It doesn't hurt to know. And we're going to take a look at Detonate. So Detonate comes from, let's see, Heartrune. So that must be the Ennead Expedition, and it looks like it just drops from the one boss. I assume the one from Tempest is going to drop from Isabella. So let's take a look at that. So Grasping Vines, that's going to come from Alluvium Morrow. Okay, so maybe it's not the final boss. And then we've got Dark Ascent, which is what, from Tempest? Yeah, it comes from Tempest. Probably dropped by, yep, Isabella. And then Cannon Blast is from Barnacles, and probably dropped by Admiral Black Powder. So there you go. So these do drop from the bosses in the dungeons. Just wanted to let you guys know, and also wanted to show you guys the recipes. So the very first one, just materia, and then after that, so it's also going to take runestone, 5,000 umbral shards, wow, and 5 corrupted lodestone. So these are definitely things you're going to want to start stocking up on. So start running those mutations. Remember, save as many of those mutated drops so that you can have, materia. Materia is going to be used for these. If you don't get lucky enough to get one as a drop, I think this is going to be something that's going to be a pretty obtainable drop from the bosses, but you never know. There you go, guys. That is how you craft them, and they are going to be a major part of the game. So, oh wow, 1,000 coin too as a crafting tax. So if I find out any more information, and again, I know I've said this a million times, but when the next phase of the PTR comes, I will be covering it and showing you guys step by step how to do this, what it's going to look like, how they're going to perform, and we'll do a lot of testing, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So one more thing before I go, make sure, if you guys want to support the devs and help them out with this game, get on the PTR. There is a ton of people on the PTR right now, and it is absolutely fantastic. I'm having a blast. So that's it. Gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and you all have a great day. Bye-bye.